Let's dig into this Epic Encounters box from Steamforged Games that I picked up at Gen Con. This box is supposed to have 6 finely detailed miniatures, an adventure book, a battle map. They say it's ready to play in minutes. Alright, so this is kind of a random thing to comment on, but this is actually a really sturdy box. And I really appreciate it when games come in boxes that I can reuse later. This box is like thick and sturdy, and I will totally store miniatures in here after the fact. Product would have been totally fine in a flimsy box, I think, but they didn't put it in a flimsy box. They put it in something that I can reuse, and I appreciate that. So we got a big map here. I am not going to get this on screen all at one time, but this paper is thick and sturdy. I like it. This is one side. Got some pretty sweet artwork. I like the crystals. It looks like this is honestly, I don't really know what this is. Maybe a ship of some sort, or a bridge across a river. It's a very dark artwork, which is appropriate. You're fighting in the Underdark. But it is double-sided, so you've got the second side here. I actually like this side a lot better. More bright pieces. Looks like some library bits. This is almost has a... It's not a truly top-down perspective. It's almost isometric. Not quite, but it kind of has the isometric feel, because you can see the sides of walls coming up. It's cool. It's an interesting take. I still think I like the more traditional top-down maps better, but I could get behind this. It's sweet. We've got the encounter book. Now, it did mention an encounter. This feels a lot thicker than what I would have expected for one encounter. I think this is maybe what they might have been saying this was one encounter location. So this is interesting. They've got tiers of play and DCs and damage levels that scale with tiers. That's pretty cool. Oh, that's sweet artwork right there. I am not going to have time to read all this, and I'm not going to try, but... does look like, oh, they're detailing pieces of the battle map. This is a dock with a ship. Okay, so that makes sense. Bridge over a river is what I kind of guessed at. But yeah, okay, cool. The jetty, the grand door. So each of these locations is detailed. That is some creepy artwork. I don't know what's going on with her. Enemies, reinforcements. So they got a cool like little story here, some water effects, little random table, and then we get to the back, we see some stats for monsters. Drow warriors are constructs? That I did not expect. I will definitely have to read this setup to see why they have Drow warriors as constructs. That's interesting. Don't think I would have gone that direction with my Drow, but okie dokie. Wow, all of them are constructs. None of them require air. See the stat block notifications with different places. The Drow Queen is a large construct. Now that artwork makes sense. With this, that's like a clockwork drider almost. I could get behind that. That's interesting. Different spin on things. Just not sure how I feel about all the Drow in the set being constructs. But I don't want to harp on that too much. Let's get into the actual miniatures. So there's a lot of plastic here, keeping these things safe in transport. We've got the 2 lizard riders, and hopefully my camera will focus well enough to do these justice. There we go, that's what I'm talking about. Alright, so Drow lizard rider. I like it. Definitely going to have to paint these up. That is one drawback to this that I don't love because I just don't have time to paint miniatures like I used to. I wish these came pre-painted, but beggars can't be choosers. I still love the sculpts on these. That is identical, so 2 identical lizard riders there. We've got 1, 2, 3 of this sculpt. And this looks like a Drow wizard of some sort. Come on. There we go. Some of these crossbowmen, crossbow Drow. Those are heavy crossbows, though. But, hey, you know, not every Drow is going to use a hand crossbow, I suppose. But those are pretty sweet sculpts, too. These actually, like, they've got the whole face obscured. These I could see being some kind of construct. I can see these playing into that. Did the other ones have their faces obscured? They didn't, right? Yeah, they did. Even the wizard? No, the wizards don't. Okay, so most of them have their faces obscured. So you could play them in as constructs and it not look super, super weird. So 4 of the crossbowmen. Then we've got 2 of these dual-wielding drow. Little Dritz-esque sculpt there. Obviously not Dritz, but... Oh, come on, refocus. There we go. Pretty sweet. I like them. And then last but not least, a handful of drow with shields. Good old sword and board. In any case, very cool set. Oh, I forgot. I still have this one that I didn't even get out of the box. How did I miss her? So this is like the priestess, I guess, with some crazy spider legs sticking out of her back. Wicked. I like it. That, once we paint that up, that's definitely going to be one of the central bad guys, or girls, I guess, in this case. Bad gals in my upcoming campaign. I'm not sure who she's going to stand for. Probably Matron Melora from the Rise of the Drow book. I don't know. We'll see. I might find another use for her. If you consider that you're getting a number of miniatures, plus a double-sided map, plus an adventure book, plus some like DM tips and things, I haven't read through the booklet yet. Overall, especially if you plan to run encounters from the book, I can see this being a good bargain.